Welcome to Shanghai.
So I just got back from my first day of work in China. And no, I didn't go to work with pigtails, but this is what happened by the end of it when two little Korean girls got a hold of my hair during playtime. Hey! I'm working at Shanghai Echo English Kindergarten, and it's actually a Korean kindergarten. It's in this huge Korean neighborhood, I guess, and it's only kids who go there, and they spend most of the day in English and a small portion doing different types of classes in Korean. So it's pretty neat. The classes are really small, unlike what I had in France, and the kids are freaking smart. It was pretty funny. I asked one of the kids where they thought I was from, and one kid was like, Brazil? Mexico? Buenos Aires? Canada? And speaking of people trying to guess where I'm from, we were trying to take passport pictures in a photo booth in the metro, and it kept giving us the wrong size, so Sinette called the helpline to get service, and Sinette, while he was waiting for an answer, could hear the people in the background debating about where I was from, and they were like, where do you think she's from? I think she's Spanish. No, I think she's Middle Eastern. Yeah, I think she's Arab. So this past week, we've been doing some more sightseeing, and we went to the Pixar Animation Studio, which was at the Contemporary Art Museum in downtown Shanghai, and it was pretty neat. And they kind of explained the process of Pixar and the history and all the different movies and all these pictures from the movies and models, and they had this really, really cool contraption, a zooscope, which I had never heard of before, but it was used before the invention of cinema, and basically it's like a tier of different objects, and it's supposed to be like different frames. It's 3D, and it spins really, really, really fast, and there's strobe lights, and it makes it look like a movie, and I was in shock. I was in awe, and I have video footage to show you how awesome it was. That's insane. Where'd he go?
Whoa, look at the toy soldiers.
Wow. We also went to some really good restaurants. Sinette introduced me to the hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurants, which on the outside don't look too inviting, but the prices definitely are. We ate lunch for like $2.50, a US dollar. And we went to some of the more touristy areas. We went to a bazaar, which is basically a huge market with little gadgets and knickknacks, like this little hairpin Sinette bought me. And they had things like fans and teas and all kinds of different street food. We also went to Qibao, which is an old part of Shanghai as well, where they have preserved some of the buildings, and there's a canal, so it's more picturesque, I guess. We have some footage of both those times, so you can kind of get a glimpse of a little bit more of the traditional China, which is a big contrast from what you've seen in my previous blog. It is Sunday, August 29th, start of our third week here, and we are in Qibao, which is technically still part of Shanghai, but
It's like an old part, the old little town, basically. And right now we are on a ferry boat ride, really old school wooden boat, sipping on some coconuts. And yeah, just kind of enjoying the sights. Smells, I don't know, a little stinky up in here. But yeah, it's very crowded, but lots of little cute souvenir stores. Some good street eats too.
全场之人，样样只卖10元，你买到就是赚到。
再来尝一尝味道了，南北容养颜减肥瘦身调理赏味的。
So another fun thing that we did this weekend was go ballroom dancing.
According to the Lonely Planet Guide, Shanghai's most famous ballroom dancing venue is called the Paramount. It's existed since the 1930s, and then it kind of fell out of favor when the communists took over, and then about 2 decades ago a bunch of Taiwanese entrepreneurs revamped it, and it's
Pretty snazzy.
4 floors, and the 4th floor is the ballroom dancing venue.
You pay like an entrance fee, and it's a 3.5-hour afternoon tea and dancing session. If you didn't already bring a partner and you want to dance with an actual professional, you have to pay an extra 400 kwai, which is about $60, $60 US, which seems like a lot, but for 3.5 hours of dancing isn't so bad. It was different for me because it wasn't actually a lesson. It was kind of in between a lesson and a social partner. The guy didn't speak any English, but he stayed with me the whole time. He sat at our table, drank tea with us, refilled our water glass. He was kind of like our waiter.
He was both a waiter and a professional.
He brought me a fan because I was like dripping. I hadn't danced that much in a really long time. And even the coach was like sweating. He had to change shirts.
Yeah. When we sat down for a break, he poured the tea and then he said to me in Chinese, her Latin dancing is amazing. If she were to continue with me, then I'm going to have to do a lot more practicing.
So it was really good to be dancing again. Sonette took some footage and he also joined in the dancing. Check it out.